Hello everybody and welcome to my TNA Impact Wrestling review. I'm very late on this review, but hell of a show, I'll give it that. Really good one. Excuse me. Kicking it off with, I guess, for Control or Leader of the Knockouts, it was Gail Kim versus Velvet Sky versus Madison Rayne versus Marty Bell versus Rebel versus Maria versus Jade for Leader of the Knockouts division. And pretty much there was a contract at the top of the, well, pretty much at the, I guess a ceiling, and they had to climb a ladder to get it. Pretty much all the women pretty much fought each other to see who was going to get the title, well, get the contract to become leader. Gail Kim had got a hold of Maria, but pretty much the decay came out as Rosemary hit Gail Kim with a kendo stick and kidnapped her as Maria smiled and headed back to the ring. Then pretty much as the match was still going, Maria was able to take a kendo stick and hit Velvet with to stop her from getting it, and then she was able to get the ladder, and not the ladder, she was able to get the contract, so now she is not a new leader of the Knockouts division, climbing the ladder as Mike Bennett came out to celebrate. I don't know what's the point of having a leader of the Knockouts division, in all honesty. I thought this would be the champion itself, but we'll see how this goes, as pretty much the Decay carried Gail Kim somewhere as they were wondering where she went. Drew Galloway headed to the ring, wanting Bobby Lashley out here. And he said TNA officials said he couldn't wrestle, but he says, "I'm here to fight," he says. So Lashley come finish the job. But Rockstar Spud came out to a new thing, which I was a little kind of weird by his promo, very like drug addict, like snivelly and everything. And he said that was the last time fans tonight. The last time was fans see Jeff Hardy tonight, as Galloway pretty much said if Lashley isn't coming out, then he's gonna face somebody. As Spud said, "You were warned, Drew," and laughed at him crazy like. As Tyrus then came out wanting to fight him, Tyrus took the mic and he told about Galloway's injury and he's waiting for his shot to pay off. "I won Bound for Gold back at Bound for Glory," and Tyrus said you should be worried about your title because I can cash in any time I like. And Galloway said, "I'm clear next week to kick pretty much Tyrus's ass." And Tyrus pretty much went on to Galloway. He said, "Yeah, you will defend the title next week, and we're gonna do it." And like, "Yeah, you're a man," pretty much. You know, they pretty much had a shouting match, but he respected him. And as that went on, Tyrus pretty much went on to say, yeah. He pretty much said he was gonna take him out, and he was looking for. He said, "You're looking for a fight tonight." Pretty much, he called Spud and Oompa Loompa. He called him Oompa Loompa Drew Galloway because he got tired of both of them. But Tyrus pretty much attacked him right after that. Then, and pretty much him and Spud beat him up and pretty much hit him like 3 splashes. And Tyrus hit him with a Vader bomb. Then after that, as the Matt Hardy brand camera was in the back then, a little bit of a weird camera. I told him how he's going to beat up Jeff Hardy tonight. I don't get where should we get this little mini camera from, but they did that then. The Decay carried Gail Kim somewhere, and Gail Kim was tied up. We don't know where Gail Kim is. Somewhere in the balcony somewhere in the arena on the catwalk. So we don't know where that's gonna go. But after that, Trevor Lee versus Eddie Edwards versus DJZ for the X Division title. Pretty much the match was okay. It's hard to take that X Division seriously, as they say they keep rebuilding it. But a person that hasn't been seen in a while, Andrew Everett, showed up to do some crazy flip as he helped Trevor Lee, pretty much taking out both Eddie Edwards and DJZ after that. I guess I wish they'd go back to Zema Ion. I'm tired of DJZ. I want to see Zema Ion again. And it was really good wrestling when you think about it. But pretty much Andrew Everett and Shane Helms and Trevor Lee were out there pretty much to, I guess they're going to be this group now, as, you know, he said he's a wrestling savant. He's a wrestling savant. Gregory Helms went on to say, "This is the apex of agility." Andrew Everett said the X Division is never going to be the same because this is a dynasty, this new group he's got going on. Eric Young and Brand came out as Eric Young said, "I hate everyone in the back. I'm the king of wrestling." He has held the King of the Mountain title so long, nobody can beat him. And he's tired of TNA officials sucking up the people like EC3, Jeff Hardy, Drew Galloway back there. And it's now his time to take the stand. And he says, I'm taking this title and I am leaving. He said he and Bram quit, but he told Bram to come on, but Bram says, I'm not going anywhere. As pretty much Eric Young looked at Bram and said, I wonder what he was saying. And Bram said, I'm tired of being your lackey. And Young said, you could stand Bram by yourself and be a loser. But Bram said, he asked, where you going? Because he says, I'm challenging you to that title right now. If you're a real man, he wants to put around the title himself now. Bram pretty much said Young doesn't have the balls to do it, but Eric Young kicked him in the balls then and hit him with a pile driver. He says, now what? They called Bram a loser, and you're the king of nothing. He is the king of nothing. He is pretty much the king of nothing after that. Pretty much then after that, he got back in the ring, and he had a pair of scissors in his hand. There's only one person that can hold a beard in pro wrestling, as he cut Bram's beard off. And I guess, you know, Eric Young got a great promo out there. If that's really how Eric Young left TNA and took the King of the Mountain belt with him, who gets control of the belt now? He just send it back to Jeff Jarrett and his little GFW thing, or wherever that belt's going. So I don't understand what this King of the Mountain Championship is going to do. Because I was the first person in pro wrestling to have a beard, pretty much. And as for X Division, the Dynasty, Gregory Helms, we'll see how that goes. But if that's really how Eric Young left, then I don't know what to say. If he really took that belt with him. Mike Bennett and Maria talked about EC3, how he is nothing now. He is lost. He had a streak, but he's done it. But EC3 came out. The video shows it was DQ, but it shows that I beat Mike Bennett's ass. And pretty much he said, it looks like you skipped leg day today. As Mike Bennett says, I could beat EC3 and that you know that you can never wrestle again. They say he was through with Bennett. But EC3 says, what have you done? You're just a shadow that's going to run and try to beat my ass every time. But Bennett pretty much said, it's guys like you, EC3. You're destined to be forever, but you've lost. You should never wrestle again. But EC3 says, who have you beat? He hasn't been pinned in over 30. Which has been to a no DQ match, no excuses. If you want to end my streak, let's see if you could do it. And as Mike Bennett said, it will be a miracle. And they said, yes, I do. Because EC3 pretty much said he believes that it's gonna take a miracle to beat him pretty much. So it's a good promo segment with them. I'll give them that. So we'll see what happens next week with Sacrifice. Gail Kim still tied up somewhere, as Crazy Steve and Rosemary and them said, you know the definition of insanity, and talked about they wanted all attention, chaos, gold. So they kept trying to do weird stuff to her. Al Snow stood in the ring as he made fun of fans. You can boo all you want, but this is my life, pretty much. As he said, he wanted Hobbler Shira came out so he could kick his ass, pretty much. And these guys are ruining wrestling today. They had to save wrestling because Mahabla Shira went against him. Al Snow did prove something. He got the fans to turn on him as people started chanting, Al Snow sucks. As he took some brass knucks or something over his fist and hit Mahabla Shira with and beat him. So we'll see how that goes. If I see Al Snow back in the ring again, but hey, Al Snow, you got to give it to him. The guys are great, really. He's not great, but Al Snow keeps in shape for a man his age. We say he was 53 years old. Al Snow is jacked to the gills. You got to give him that. He's jacked to the gills. Eli Drake was in the back talking about the dummies. We're gonna have our own show next week. It's gonna be a fact of life. This guy needs to be pushed, by the way. The Decay came out talking about what they wanted, and they talked about Gail Kim and maybe they'll cut her head off, but pretty much they said we wanted beer money out here. And Rude and Storm told her to let Gail Kim go, but they said they wanted a title shot. Abyss went on to say. Are you willing to go through the valley of shadows? Because the decay will survive. So, I don't know where this is going. I guess the only way to get a title shot is hold somebody hostage. Even though they had a title shot last week, it's a fatal four-way like title match tag team. But if it's a way to get title shots, a way to get a title shot. If all we gotta do is just just hold a knockout hostage. Matt Hardy went against Jeff Hardy in a I Quit match, as pretty much this was a hell of a match. I wanted a great match, really. Especially got the occasional big Jeff Hardy spot, but it was an insane match, as pretty much they went to the Forbidden Zone, or into the crowd. They fought each other near the back by the scaffold, and pretty much Jeff and Matt just throwing chairs at each other, even Jeff jumping off the chair and Matt throwing into him. Matt was able to put him through a table. Jeff had choked out Matt and told him to quit, but Matt said no. And pretty much Matt Hardy was knocked out. And Jeff said it's not over till he quits. He wanted to climb the ladder. Instead of a ladder, he went to the top of the stairway, got on this platform up there, and did a swanton bomb off of that. So, yeah, it was crazy for what Jeff Hardy did. In some way, he looked like he missed, in a way. He hit Matt Hardy, but he kind of missed a little when you go back and look at the clip. But that was one hell of an I Quit match. Especially, you never see an I Quit match like this, or this type of finish. So I guess it was a no contest, as they really told the medics to help Matt Hardy out, as Jeff Hardy pretty much looked at his brother being carried out then. And that kind of ended the show. And we don't know what's going to happen to Matt really now, but that was one hell of an I Quit match, and it was really great. So it was another really great episode, good episode of Impact. I'll give it that, especially the Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy I Quit match. If you haven't seen it, I suggest go looking it up. But I'm out here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.